Okay, today's video is the disassembly of a Polini manual water pump. This is off of a Polini 910, but this pump is also found on a lot of the Peugeots and some of the other models of Polini. This has a rear input shaft. This is where the pulley attaches to. You can see it right here. I'll try and put this back on so people can get a sense about how it fits on. But you remove this pulley, one of the first things you want to do. I've already loosened up these nuts for convenience, but you take off the front face, take off these 3 Allen screws. I've already loosened these up, and in fact you can see the front cover is loose. It shouldn't be loose, but for this purpose it is. And remove these Allen screws. Once those Allen screws are off, then you'll be able to see the impeller assembly, and that's going to be the next part of our disassembly here. See it right there, and I'll finish taking those off and show you the inner parts. After you remove the face, you can see there's these 2 nipples. One's an output, the other one is the feed supply. So you can put this pump in a vise, maybe protect it with a cloth or something. Don't need to clamp on it that hard. And then the next order of business is to undo these. Take these off. This will be part of the thing. You want to replace these washers. You can see that eventually you get compromised and start to weep. So there's that one. And then there's also this one right here. So I want to take those off. And those are going to be part of the gasket supply that will gasket kit that will replace those washers. You can see this pump has a little bit of corrosion inside. It's not too bad. It just has to do with the fact that when the previous owner had run this bike, they hadn't put any type of a corrosion preventative in the coolant. They were just running straight water, which is really not advisable. So if you're going to run these pumps and bikes, put like a water wetter with water, or you could use coolant and a combination of water as well. So that way you don't have to worry about this corrosion, and it also helps with the cavitation as well. Next order of business is that since this pulley is off the shaft, you can literally just push it out. So what you want to do is literally just push it with your finger, and this impeller assembly will slide off on the shaft. And I believe this impeller assembly is actually plastic. This should just be superficial corrosion from the rust that was already in the system, and that could be cleaned up with a brush and a little bit of cleaner. And you can see the shaft itself is in pretty good condition and doesn't really need to be attended to. The big order of business is going to be replacing the bearing assemblies. You can see there's one bearing in the inner part, and there's another bearing on the outer part, and those are going to have to be replaced. And that I will show you separately as part of this video. Just needs to be cleaned up in there a little bit, not too bad. So I had a chance to clean up the casing a little bit. Just a little superficial rust will get that. But you can see there's a rubber seal right there, and I think that encapsulates the 2 bearings. I'm going to go ahead and also correct that the impeller is made out of metal, not plastic. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your disassembly, and that's probably a good thing.